Okay, one more lap, that's it.
Thanks, Sal.
Come on, you can do it, Trini. 20 minutes, terrific. See, you can do it.
Can't go on.
Hey, what's up? Practicing for field day?
Trini doesn't want to enter the mile run. She thinks she won't do well.
I don't know why. You win the race to the bus every morning.
That's so I can get a seat.
You really think you need a good reason?
How about run for your life?
3, 2, 1. Contact is the secret. It's the moment when everything happens. Contact is the answer. It's the reason why everything happens. Contact. Let's make contact. 3, 2, 1. Contact.
Today, we're interested in speed.
Hey, Donald, how fast will this thing go?
Oh, I'd say about 55 miles per hour. Yeah.
Gee, that's great.
Or 10 miles an hour when my mom wants to go to the store.
On an early morning in October, I took a ride with Peggy Preble on the Laconia, New Hampshire motorcycle racing track.
Oh, no! How fast would you be going if you were racing?
Probably 60 in a turn,
Why does it feel so fast?
because you're out in the wind. It's not like a car where you're enclosed and you don't feel any of the wind.
How fast do you think we're going now?
Probably only about 40.
It really feels a lot faster than if we were doing 40 in a car. Is this a heavy-duty turn?
Yeah, this I love this.
Great. Really great. Woo! Yeah, Peggy, that was great. How come you, when you're riding, like, you bend down so much? You bend into the handlebars.
If you sit up, you have the wind hitting you and it slows you down. You lose a couple seconds.
Yeah.
You crouch down, you don't.
What about when you come down the straightaway, you go really, really fast. You do this, like you jumped up. What is that? Why are you doing that? That looked like it was the best part.
You have to slow down for the turn. And then you want to go as fast as you can down the straightaway, so you have to keep shifting up, changing gears on the bike to go faster.
So you come out of the turn, and then you go really fast, and then you have to brake before you go into the next turn?
Yeah, you accelerate right up to as far as you can, and then you slam the brakes on as hard as you can. You never coast. You're either accelerating or you're slamming the brakes on and stopping.
Well, how do you do that?
Here, I can show you. Well, the clutch disengages the engine from the gears, so you can shift gears. You pull the clutch in, you shift with your foot, and then you let the clutch out.
Hey, how come your speedometer's all taped up like that?
I don't even have a speedometer. I have a tachometer that tells me how fast the engine's going. That's what's important. It's not important to know how fast you're going. It's only important to go faster than anybody else, to go as fast as you possibly can.
How fast was it?
This one took a minute and just under 20 seconds.
How far is the track length?
This track's about a mile and a half long.
So, does that mean that she did 60 miles an hour the whole time around?
No, probably she did 80 to 90 on the straightaways here, and then you have to really slow down to make some of these corners to like 30, 40 miles an hour.
So, an average of it's really fast. Does Peggy go that fast in all her races?
Well, it depends on the track and the weather. Like today, it's very slippery out there, and she'll probably go a little bit slower than she normally would, especially around the corners.
Yeah.
But in other races, you try to build up as much speed as you can and brake at the last possible minute.
I could see Peggy really trying, but she was still in fifth place after 6 laps. By the next to last lap, she was closing the gap.
It's just like totally doing everything completely the way it should be. Just total coordination, everything being done right when it should be, and judgment and figuring out exactly when I should brake, exactly when I should do what, and doing it right.
Hey, how about that? 3 miles an hour.
A new toy, Mark? Where'd you get it? Gimmick of the Month Club?
It's a radar gun. You know, like the police use to catch speeders on the highway?
What are you doing with it?
I borrowed it from my brother-in-law. You know, Jim, the state trooper.
Well, what's it do?
Well, it measures the speed of things coming straight at it or going away.
Oh, yeah? How's it work?
Well, it sends out a radio wave right here, which hits a moving object.
You mean like the toy motorcycle over there?
Right. Then it bounces back. The gun then figures out how much the wave has changed, computes the speed, and shows you the results here.
Dr. Frankenstein, you've finally done it. You've put the brain of a wristwatch on the body of a tape measure.
You may laugh,
Or cry.
but I think we can help you win the race with this.
I need all the help I can get, but I don't think a 5-pound speedometer is exactly what I had in mind.
Just go over to that wall and run straight at me. All the way. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Go.
Come on, Tree.
All right, 9 miles an hour.
Oh, great. Well, what does that prove?
It proves that you're faster than a toy motorcycle. And able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
It proves that if you run at that pace for an hour, you'll be 9 miles away.
Hey, if you leave now, you can get to Moscow in time for the Olympics.
I don't even want to get to field day.
Mark, I don't think we're helping Trini much with that gun. I mean, she doesn't run for speed anyhow.
Right, I run for fun. On Monday, I ran 5 miles around the park. I felt great. I didn't have to worry about how fast I was going or who was going to get there ahead of me.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, I'll bet nobody else in the race is much better, though.
I tell you what, forget about those guys. Race against yourself. See how fast you can go.
How fast can you go?
600, 700 miles an hour? In a jet?
Out on the ground.
Okay, lady, you were driving 80 miles an hour. Now that's way above the limit.
Oh, please, officer. I mean, it didn't feel that fast.
Well, you know, some rides feel faster than they really are.
That's one of the hairiest rides I've ever been on. Now I know why you didn't want to go on that thing.
Yeah. They don't want those bumps in there anymore. They're going to put some other loops like that one in the tidal wave.
Does your father like roller coasters?
He's ridden a couple. He rode the turn of the century down there. Apparently he loves to design them.
Is he at the office now?
Probably is.
Well, can we go down and see him design?
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Go.
Hey, this is great.
What do you use this for?
Well, this is a 1/10 scale model of a ride that we're in the process of developing. The final ride will be about 10 times this size.
Exactly what is it about this one that's going to get it to go from all the way up there, all the way down, and around the corkscrew?
Well, it's the elevation, obviously. All of these things are what we call gravity rides, and they depend on gravity to get the energy out. We'll take a look at it and see what happens when we let it go here. It goes over smoothly and nicely, and everybody feels like they're safe, and they feel like they're still sitting in their seat, and the sensations are really great. Now we could show what happens here if we miss, if we don't get it high enough, or if we don't go fast enough. It's just not going to make it properly through the loop here. And And that's the kind of thing that we can't let happen in an amusement park.
Is it supposed to go backwards like that?
This particular model is a quarter-scale model, and we are able, off of this kind of a model, to really get some engineering measurement. We slow down and speed up, and we go through different kinds of dips where we have heavy G-forces pushing you down in the seat, and then we go up over the top of a bump, and we force where you feel light and are lifted up out of your seat. We call that negative forces.
You mentioned G-forces before. What exactly are G-forces?
Well, G-force is the term we use when we're standing here. It's the force of gravity.
You could be replaced by a cheetah, you know. That's the fastest land animal in the world. They can run 70 miles an hour.
Hey, you know in the 100-yard dash, people get up to 25 miles an hour?
What are you doing?
9, Mississippi 10. I've got one for you guys. The center of that storm is 2 miles away.
How do you know that?
When you see lightning start to count, the flash gets here almost at once.
Yeah.
So?
The clap of thunder, which was made at exactly the same time, takes 5 seconds to go a mile.
Oh, so you were counting seconds.
Right, and I counted to 10, so the storm is 2 miles away.
You know, she may be slow in the legs, but she's pretty quick up here.
You gotta be smart for any sport. Ding, 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 ding. Tennis is a test of strategy and speed. I clocked a few serves from Arthur Ashe. Let her rip.
How fast was that?
About 98.
98.
That's all. 113. Not bad.
Aha.
Fantastic. Mr. Ashe, I always knew you were a pro and a great player. Now
Thanks,
I know it for sure. I always go out and watch your games whenever I get a chance, and they look fantastic.
Did I win?
In a couple of them, yeah. Yeah,
Really?
in fact, you did. You know, I tried to pick up some pointers by just watching, but it's hard, I guess.
It's difficult, yeah. It's not easy at all.
Yeah. Do you still take some lessons every once in a while yourself?
I take a few, yes, from my friends on the tour when things go wrong. Serve and my forehand have been my weak shots over the years. Did you play on your school team?
Yeah, well, I'm doing pretty good, but I'd like a couple of pointers if it's possible.
Well, I give a few pointers every once in a while. You want to try a few?
Yeah.
A couple of forehands and backhands?
I could definitely use it on my backhand.
All right, let's try a couple.
Okay. Ready when you are.
Deep to the backhand corner. All right, one bounce, one bounce, one bounce. Try a lob. See if you can get to that one.
Aha! Fool me, Arthur.
Another lob.
Uh-oh.
Good, there's a drop shot.
Here you go, Arthur.
Comes a short one. Come on. One bounce. Another lob.
You guys got me running off. Oh. Whoops, watch out.
Nice and slow.
A little of your own medicine.
Slow again.
How about that?
And hard.
Oh,
Need a rest?
fine, no problem. Take that one.
One bounce. Not bad, not bad.
Thanks.
You look tired. You're sweating and out of breath.
Well, you had me all over the court.
Well, you know, sometimes you don't have to hit the ball hard all the time. You have to change the pace of a slow one here and a slow one there, then a fast one there. But at your age, most of the kids want to hit it hard all the time.
Uh-huh.
And that's not the right approach.
Yeah, that's because it looks good, I guess.
Oh, no question. It looks good, yes.
Yeah.
But not even the best players hit the ball hard all the time. You have to mix it up.
Oh, and it's kind of a strategy in a way.
Yes, the strategy is to alternate.
What about the serve? I mean, every time I see a tennis player serving, it's real fast.
Well, the serve is different, yes. You do want to hit that as hard as you can comfortably hit it to get it in, say, 70% of the time. But the important thing on the serve is to get a high percentage of first serves in, and that depends on the speed. The faster you try to hit it, the less times you're going to get it in the court.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, yes. Only Roscoe Tanner or somebody can hit it at 130 miles an hour real fast. You and I, mortals, can't do that.
Good 118 miles an hour. That's pretty good, Arthur.
All right, put it in here, put it in here. Fastball, fastball. Just watch me.
You're trying to tell me that winning isn't everything?
Well, it isn't.
Well, it sure beats losing.
Trine, everybody's got their own pace.
Okay. Okay, I'll run in the race.
All right.
You're gonna run,
yeah,
all right,
you do it.
Trine.
Way to go, kid. Way to go.
Hi, my name's Charlie, and I'm pretty nervous here today because I'm going to race.
Hi, my name is Dane Walls, and I've been racing since I was 6 years old.
I'm Brian. I'm 8 years old, and I got second in New Britain, and I got third in the state champions, and I got fifth yesterday.
My name's Rudy. I've been racing in the midgets for 4 years, and you start out when you're 8, and then you ride till you're 12. When you hit the age of 12, you move into the intermediates, which is a higher class, and it's a little bit harder.
The heat will be at 1 mile, the final at 1 mile.
Bicycle is a machine that makes muscle energy into motion. The energy of my body, when I eat food, gets to my body and gives me muscles, and it then goes down to my legs, and then I can pound against the pedal. The muscles in the legs pound against the pedal, which is connected to the crank. The strength of the muscle goes into the crank, then through to the chain ring. The chain ring connects to the chain. The chain then goes into the back sprocket and back to the front chain ring, and then you go forward motion.
Remember to stay low out there. Wind resistance is one of your worst enemies. You sit in tight and keep your head down. This will enable you to slide quicker and easier through the wind. Another way to beat wind resistance is to sit in behind another rider and follow him. He blocks the wind for you, and you won't have as much resistance.
Did you take care of your equipment this week?
Yeah, you don't want your bike to fall apart when you're riding.
No.
Yeah, when it
It's
comes to the
important.
finish line, the wheel fall off.
How about the gears? Everything dropping in?
Yes.
Check the next one.
For each person, there's an ideal tempo or number of revolutions per minute that they can ideally pedal. The gears are used to maintain that same pedaling speed depending on if we're going uphill or downhill, and can change gears and maintain the same revolutions per minute as we go on our ride. Friction is a very important factor in bicycle racing. It's helpful, and it can be also a hazard, such as when you hold a turn on a dry surface, the friction will help hold the bicycle steady, enabling him to make the turn smoother. On a wet surface, moisture lubricates the road, reduces the friction, your wheel could slide, and you could go down.
All midget riders up here with their bicycles. All the midget riders with their bicycles, please. This will be the first race in the midget class.
How many laps?
First race will be a quarter mile, 1 lap. And there will be 4 riders at qualifying points. Now we come to the award of the prizes of the midget race series. The winner scoring 10 points the most was Jimmy McCarthy.
Congratulations, you rode a beautiful race today, and I hope that we'll see you around next year. Rudy, there's always only one winner, there's always the second place, but the next race, let it be yours, huh? Good luck to you for next year.
Thanks.
Charles, you look like a little fella, but you got the makings of a big man.
Charlie, good going. I'm happy.
So you guys promised to be there no matter when I finish.
Absolutely.
Of course. Better believe it.
Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4.
Storm's getting closer.
It's not a fit night out for men or bees.
Not even a bloodhound.
Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. If you've got the crime, we've got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang.
The Bloodhound Gang saw a van hit a parked car. They found a body in the trunk.
Look at that!
It was the stolen mummy of an Egyptian queen, being held for $500,000 ransom. The owner of the car and his assistant forced the Bloodhound Gang into the van.
How about that little
Bloodhound Gang discover a small hole in the side of the van and use it to make a pinhole camera. Using the pinhole camera, Vicky sees they are at the airport. Midas and Creep drive off with the Bloodhound Gang locked in the back of the van. And now, for the conclusion of the case of the thing in the trunk.
Look, the drive-in theater. We must be on Highway 43.
And heading north.
CRWP, over and out. All clear up ahead.
About 15 minutes, turned right.
Vicky, look.
What?
The church steeple.
Look what I found, a bunch of rat traps.
Oh, maybe the place they're taking us has lots of rats. Great.
Wait a minute, let me see those. Vicky, remember what you said about the sewer rats?
The rock group, come on, you two. The whole top 40 couldn't get us out of this mess.
You said they ought to be tracked.
You crazy, they're the greatest.
Zach, kick off your shirt.
Mr. Midas, how do you want me to get rid of the kids?
Without a trace, naturally.
Gotcha, Mr. Midas. Okay, kids, out. No. Well, I'll have to come get you then. Ow! 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 Ow!
Breaker nine for Smokey.
Give these directions. North from airport, Highway 43, about 14 minutes to a crossroad. Church steeple in distance, turn right.
Well, gentlemen, well, what can I do for you?
Report of a kidnapping. 3 kids?
Kidnapping?
Yeah.
Oh, no, there must be some mistake. There are no youngsters around here. Bye.
Yes, there are. And we're them. Officer, his partner is locked in a van over in those woods. They stole the Egyptian mummy.
Sheer nonsense.
It's locked in the trunk of a car at the airport.
You'll find pictures of the right car on this roll.
I had nothing to do with all of this.
You were driving the car. We saw you.
Well, that's impossible, because you were...
We were what? Locked in the back of the van? Ricardo, explain to the gentleman how you make a pinhole camera.
Later.
Bloodhound Detective Agency, whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double... What? Really? Super! Sergeant Martinez says thank you. They captured Midas and Creep. and the museum got their mummy back.
Let's celebrate. I want to dance.
I want a cheeseburger.
I want my mommy.
Today we've been looking at how fast things go, and some of the ways people measure speed.
Well, guess I don't have to cut the grass today.
Sure glad I didn't wash the car.
You guys sound like you really want it to rain.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Me neither.
Now that you've convinced me to run in the race, I don't want field day to be rained out.
This year's winner in the National Geography Bee is 13-year-old Lawson Fight of Shumway Middle School in Vancouver. Watch the finals of the event Saturday at 6 here on OPB.
"321 Contact" is a production of the Children's Television Workshop.